Forgive me, comrades. Welcome to Overlooked. This is a fashion channel where my two friends and I try to figure out how to keep our fashion sustainable and accessible whilst keeping it interesting. My name is Jannika, and sometimes I do want to be taken seriously, I guess. There are two broad categories that I divide my style into. So there's the obnoxious bubblegum bisexual and the repressed librarian. Most of the things that I wear in my daily life kind of fall into one of those camps, or it's a combination of the two. But actually there's a third category that I also try to shop for and struggle to shop for, which I call my adult cosplay. Which I realize sounds like I'm dressing up as Pikachu with titties, and sadly that's not what it is. When I'm shopping for adult cosplay, I'm looking for pieces that say I'm taking active steps to improve my credit score. Clothes that say I'm not afraid of using a lash curler. Tell me this does not look like something that was invented by the Spanish Inquisition. Clothes that say I can walk into a Debenhams without being super intimidated. Okay, for real though, if you go to Debenhams in the right clothes, it's magical. Like, you get so many free perfume samples. This one lady actually wrote down my phone number so that she could personally text me when the Girl On perfume that I really liked would go on sale. Sandra, if you're out there, what are we? It is with a heavy heart that I must announce that I go to a business school. In just one semester, my master's in organizational psychology is going to be done, and I'll be getting a job and moving into the corporate world. I'm gonna get a job. I'm always telling my friends, wear fun things and show off your piercings and show off your tattoos, you know, live your best life right now, because as a student you're paying to be here. You're allowed to dress however you like, and that's a freedom that shouldn't be taken for granted, because when we become cogs in the machine, you can't express your individuality necessarily, unless of course you work for a hip startup somewhere. But like, that's not going to be the case with me. If you didn't gather that from the adult cosplay bit, I do feel like I have to play a certain role to be respectable. I'm just like very aware of the fact that if I want to be properly situated in the corporate world when the revolution comes, I need to dress and look the part. That's why I got this Karen haircut that kind of makes me look like Lord Farquaad. Or maybe it's more of a Taylor Swift. If you have a wardrobe that's kind of out there, it can be frustrating to think that you need to go out of your way to like shop for a whole other wardrobe just to wear to work. I mean, at least that's how I feel. But thankfully I do find that thrift stores are really good for finding like really good workwear, like dresses and skirts from brands that you might not be able to afford otherwise, for example. Then for me there's another dimension to this, which is that I have a body type that people are sometimes quick to sexualize, meaning that sometimes when I'm wearing a piece of clothing it's seen as inappropriate, whereas on a different person with maybe a smaller chest it would be seen as appropriate. And that's just, I'm not saying that that's right or it should be like that, but it is how it is, and that's something that I feel like I have to navigate. And in practice, this usually just means wearing turtlenecks all day, every day, all the time. If you have a larger chest, go to pRoFEsSiOaL because they have button-up shirts that actually don't pull on your chest. You're welcome for that tip, because holy shit. When it comes to fashion and self-expression, I think the workplace is such a site of conflict and difficulty when it comes to personality and self-expression, and also privilege. Like, I realize that as a white woman, it's extremely easy for me to conform what is generally accepted as, you know, respectable, because many of those ideas are kind of founded on a racist foundation in this culture and others. This is one of those things where my thoughts are really half-baked to the detriment of this video. This is one of those things that I really want to figure out over time. I don't know, maybe I'll make like a companion piece once I do have a job. One day. Hi, hello, voiceover Janika here. Did you miss me? I missed you. Something that I kind of failed to articulate when I was filming this video is that what often happens when I'm shopping for workwear is that I just end up buying all these pencil skirts because that's what the sexy business women are wearing in the movies, but also, like, realistically, I don't necessarily want to spend all of my time at work worrying about people staring at my ass, so maybe that's not like a viable long-term solution either. So if you, the viewer, have any thoughts or experience when it comes to reconciling your personal style with the demands of the workplace, I would love to hear from you. No pressure, but I'd love to, because this is something that I'm thinking about a lot lately. If you didn't see Laura's video last week, you should check it out, and also look forward to Nora's video next week. And yeah, I'll see you eventually once I've come out on the other end of this exam hell, hopefully with a better structured video. Bye.